There are so many reasons why I believe in AVID. I believe in AVID on a personal level because it was at an AVID training that I met my husband. I believe in AVID on a moral level because its mission awakens my soul to a greater calling. But most importantly, I believe in AVID because I see myself in my students. Before my students know my story, they paint a picture based on assumptions. It is beautiful. There is a white picket fence, a loving household, vacations, and money and no worries to speak of. It is a picture of a life I never knew. My childhood was riddled with abuse, mental, emotional, physical, and sexual. All unfortunately at the hands of my own parents. Through my life, I watched as addiction destroyed my mother, my father, my brother, and my sisters. I have endured chaos at the hands of those who are supposed to love and protect me. I have shielded my face from the blows of my mother. I have sat in countless counseling sessions as I worked to restore my soul from the sexual abuse of my father. I have taken 3 of my 4 siblings to rehab facilities because their addictions left them living on the streets. Despite all of this, I have thrived. My path to success and self-confidence was forged by adults outside my family who invested in me as an individual and it spoke hope and belief into my life. They became my lifelines. As a middle school and high school student, the Whaley family exposed me to church and the idea that there is something beyond myself, beyond an existence ruled by destruction and fear. This exposure lit a fire of curiosity which eventually led me to wrestle with my faith. As a high school and college student, another family, the Elkins, took a chance on me. They invited me into their home and trusted me to nanny their 5 children. They showed me what love and acceptance looks like and the power it has to change lives. These experiences taught me the influence of investing in someone, the power of taking a chance on what seems like a hopeless case. I am driven by the generosity of the families who saw something in me I did not see in myself. In gratitude and humility, I do my best to continue the chain of positive influence through my career as an educator. AVID is more than a job for me. It is part of my journey. I believe the difficult parts of life, you know the ones I am speaking of, the parts that bring you to your knees, the parts that leave you questioning why, the parts that have the potential to bury us. I believe these parts of life can be transformed into a beautiful story of restoration. AVID has allowed me to take these difficult parts of life and turn them into something useful, something beautiful. I work with students who have a story, maybe not my story, but a story. Through AVID, I'm given the opportunity to give to my students what 2 families and a college education gave to me: love, acceptance, hope, and empowerment. AVID has given my past purpose. It invites me to use my experiences to empower others. I take my position seriously because I know it is not a job, a paycheck, or a 9-to-5. It is a mission. It is influence. It is generational change. As avidacious educators, we understand what it means by the statement, "To whom much is given, much is required." Our positions on campuses are coveted, but only those who enter into the AVID family understand the blessed burden we carry on our shoulders. It is a burden brought on by knowing the power our AVID has to change the lives of not only those we teach in our classrooms, but their parents, siblings, and future families. I want to thank AVID for not only creating a system that invests in students, but invests in educators. As we look to the new school year, I challenge each of us to remember that AVID is more than lesson plans and field trips. It is about relationship and restoration, a true transfiguration.